Hey guys, welcome to LEGO World. Today, I'm making a desert well, one of the most instantly recognizable structures from Minecraft. But instead of just building it, I wanted to bring it to life in LEGO, where even the smallest details actually matter. So let's get straight into it. Before I actually started the build, I took a few steps. The first one was designing. The way I designed this build was using Minecraft, which is a much easier medium to use than LEGO. In Minecraft, you have infinite resources and don't have to pry away at cubic blocks, so it's perfect for testing ideas quickly. Here's a time lapse of me designing my build in Minecraft. Once that was done, the next step was translating that design into LEGO. Since I already knew the shapes and structure, I used random colored blocks to map everything out and start forming the build. Alright, the final step before building is ordering. I know most of you are familiar with Bricklink, but I used Pick-a-Brick, LEGO's official service where they send you the exact parts you need. As I counted up the parts in my color inaccurate build, I logged everything, but this time in the right color. And then, the waiting game began. Alright, here are the parts. They finally arrived. First of all, we need to decide what our bricks are gonna be. This will be a generic sand block. If you put in some rounded 1x1s, then it becomes sandstone. Dead shrubs will be represented using this piece. And stone will just be some dark bluish grey blocks. Now we can actually start building. Here, I have a base laid out. And if I flip it over, you can see that some of the underside is tiled off using inverted 2x2s. That's because another expansion is actually coming soon to this module. Let's begin with the terrain. Start by adding a layer of blocks. Watch me do it. Once that's done, add 2 layers of plates, except for the first block we placed down, which only needs 1 plate layer. Next, add another layer of blocks, this time all tan. Then place a tan plate layer on top. After that, we can start mounting the well, but we'll need filler in the middle. The filler should be 5 plates high. Now we can move on to the desert well itself. First, we need a base. Here, my base is 10x10 studs, or 5x5 Minecraft blocks, and has 2 blades thick. From here, layer plates, but watch closely. Add another layer, then the tiles. Then we can start placing the blocks. At this point, we need to create the slab and the sandstone blocks that go around the main well structure. Start with the 2x4 plate. Then add one of these pieces alongside it. Next, place a corner plate, a rounded 1x1 plate, and a 2x1 plate. Then add another corner plate and a 1x1 rounded plate. After that, put down two 2x2 plates. Then place a 2x4 plate, 2 corner plates, and 2 rounded plates. Finally, add some tiles to finish it all off. To recreate the slab, take a 1x2 plate, add a 1x2 block, and top it off with a 1x2 tile. Attach this sub-assembly to the sandstone blocks. Here are 3 identical copies. Add all of them to the base of the well. Now add a 6x6 blue plate to the base, followed by 10 translucent blue tiles. Also, huge thanks to Cheesy Studios, as this design was inspired by his well. Now we can start building the top section of the well. Attach the structure to the main build. Then tile everything off neatly. And finally, the finishing touches. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Part 2 will be coming out soon. And if you made it this far, make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.